Friends, in the heart of a bustling district, Wayanad, known for its lush valleys, green highlands, and a cool climate, heaven for nature lovers, with its dense forests, misty mountains, and rich biodiversity, an old community center stood. Once vibrant hub that had seen better days, but now in some distress. It is now a shadow of its former self, with distressing sights and dwindling attendance, as it was hit by landslides and floods the last year. Worst disaster as it was, it killed at least 106 people, injured more than 100, and left dozens of them unaccounted for. Despite its decline, the local community still relied on it for events, classes, and gatherings. However, the local community, has an annual program, an annual community fair, Onam, which was approaching, and excitement was brewing. That year, a new voice emerged. Pavitra, a passionate newcomer with a vision who wanted to make a difference. Pavitra had moved to the neighborhood just a few months earlier. Originally, she was from a small place, Amburi, a pristine and serene village surrounded by hills and forests, and known for its high-yielding rubber plantations, coconut gardens, pepper crop, herbs, and medicinal plants. She was determined to make a difference, in her new home. When she first attended a meeting about celebrating the year's Onam, she noticed the same familiar faces. The old guard who had run the event for years, but had become despondent. Their ideas were stale and enthusiasm, had waned. Pavitra felt a spark of hope and decided it's time for change. After the meeting, she approached the group. What if we infused some new life into this year's celebration? Maybe we can leave behind the trauma, maybe a talent show or a community chef competition. She suggested, her eyes bright with enthusiasm. The room fell silent. A few nodded, but most shook their heads. We have always done it this way, grumbled Mr. Gop Kumar, the unofficial leader of their group. Change is risky, he said. But undeterred, Pavitra spent the next few weeks gathering ideas and the support. She took to social media, sharing her vision for a revitalized celebration. Slowly people began to respond. Neighbors, excited by the prospect of something new happening, started to reach out. They shared their own ideas. Local artists, musicians, even kids who wanted to showcase their talents came forward. Several chefs from all over the state, they also gathered. Pavitra organized a planning session, and to her delight, the turnout was larger than expected. As the day of celebration approached, Pavitra worked tirelessly. She coordinated with local businesses, recruited volunteers, and ensured every detail was attended to. But there were still skeptics. The old guard, particularly Mr. Gop Kumar, he remained resistant, constantly questioning her plans and undermining her confidence. It won't work. You can't change the destiny. he would say. The day of celebration came. On the day of celebration, the weather was perfect. The sun shone brightly and the air buzzed with excitement. Pavitra arrived early, her heart pounding with a mix of hope and anxiety. She looked around at the vibrant decorations, several hundreds of chefs lining the street with their cooking delicacies, and the stage was set for performances. This was her vision coming to life. As the fair opened, a steady stream of people flooded in. Families gathered around the chefs offering Onam delicacies, and some even global cuisines, while children painted and played games. A local band kicked off with the entertainment, drawing a crowd. Pavitra watched in awe as her idea unfolded before her eyes. But then came the moment of truth, the talent show. As the participants took to the stage, Pavitra felt a wave of nervousness. Would the community embrace this new format? Would their hurt be assuaged? The first act was a group of young dancers who performed the Kaikottikadi, a traditional clap dance performed by women in traditional attire with infectious energy, drawing cheers and applause. The next Tiruvavana Ravu was sung, a heartwarming melody with nostalgic lyrics that struck a chord with the audience. One by one, the acts captivated the crowd, and the atmosphere transformed into a celebration of local talent. However, just as things were peaking, a sudden downpour began. The skies opened and rain cascaded down, threatening to ruin everything. Panic set in as people scrambled for cover. Pavitra's heart sank, fearing that all her hard work would be washed away. But then something remarkable happened. The community, despondent and divided, came together. People helped each other find shelter, and laughter echoed amidst the chaos. Pavitra spotted Mr. Gopkumar standing in the rain, rallying the older members to help, bring in the food and protect the stage. Inspired, she grabbed a microphone and called out, "Let's move the show under the awning. We can't let a little rain stop us." In that moment, she saw a shift, and the crowd cheered, and everyone sprang into action. With their collective efforts, they transformed a small corner of the community center into an improvised stage. The talent show continued, rain or shine. As the performers sang and danced, the spirit of the community ignited, filling the air with energy and resilience. By the end of the day, despite the weather, the celebration was a resounding success. People raved about the new format, and even Mr. Gopkumar approached Pavitra with a smile. "You did good, kid," he admitted, offering her a handshake. "Maybe change isn't so bad after all." As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the drenched but jubilant fairgrounds, Pavitra realized that winning over the community was more than just implementing her ideas. It was about uniting people, igniting their passions, and fostering a sense of belonging. The hurt thus assuaged, the unexpected champion of the day, forever transformed the lives of the people by the power of collaboration and shared joy. With that sharing of a very inspirational story for this weekend, I promise to be back the next weekend with another episode and another story that I'm sure you will like even better. With that, धन्यवाद, thank you and namaskar.